good morning. Here I am nice and fresh today after having a shower. I'm gonna start work soon in half an hour, so I thought I'll come and talk to you guys because most of you were messaging me asking me if I had good time on my birthday. So first of all, thank you so much for your good wishes and your amazing, wonderful wishes on my birthday that was full of so much love and care. So I'm so thankful for your good wishes on my birthday. I did have a good time just the way I liked it. that I feel content, and that's the main thing, just the way I liked it, because I'm a family oriented person. I love my career at the moment, my work. So everything that I wanted on that day was literally happening. So in terms of career, I was working on my birthday, and I felt so productive, it being my birthday. And in the evening, I wanted to just chill out and relax. It was family time with my near and dear loved ones. Of course, not everything can be posted on social media. I don't intend that because of the evil eyes and things like that. Because why do we post on social media? For what? Something entertainment, something else. Like I told you guys, this is a space for me to look back on my progress. It's a space where I fill up with positivity. It's a nice, and I don't tolerate negativity on the space, so I do instantly block people. Because one lady, she didn't even like my birthday video, and she's like, oh, my mom always says if I have nothing nice to say, I better not say anything at all. And she put it there, which means she's already said something by putting that there. If it's better to not, if she had nothing nice to say, why did she even bother putting it there if that's what she meant to say? It's like, my mom said if you have nothing nice to say, never say it at all. And then indirectly she said it. But I didn't go to react to all that bullshit. I just blocked her up. That's what I do. I block negative. I don't have tolerance for negativity in this day and age, guys. Because we are trying to progress with our lives, our goals. We are chasing after our dreams. You don't want somebody coming and throwing dirt, especially trying to wreck my birthday post. That result shows that they are so negative in their own space, and you don't want to be dealing with such people, really. Like, once you evolve, you don't want to even be dealing with negativity or negative people. You just don't want it. It's not good for your space. Okay, so don't let that affect you. That's why I don't even react these days. I just instantly block such people. I keep a distance from such sort of people because they're not adding any value into our lives, isn't it? But that was just that one negativity that popped up. But in midst of all the positive, good vibes that I received, the numerous good vibes that I received. But yeah, that one thing, and negativity always stands out, doesn't it? Even if we get 100 positive messages, one negative message, it stands out. But the thing is, we don't entertain it. And that's the reason why, because of all these evil eyes, you don't know, who's all watching. And every day I have to also spiritually uh, protect, we have to protect ourselves spiritually as well from those evil attacks, spiritual negative attacks. So but the thing is, the karma is there. Why, we should never, I never go hurt somebody, because life in life, nobody is immune in life, especially with the things that's happening in the world these days. And you don't want to be doing something intentionally bad to somebody else, because karma is there. Some people have hurt me, and next thing I know, in their life some misfortune has happened. That's why I don't react, because life is equal for everybody. Nobody is spared from bad things happening in their life. So don't add on to the karma by intentionally hurting others. It's not a good thing, because if it comes back to you, and especially if you hurt a spiritual person, and if it comes back to you, then you're stuck with that. So that's why spiritual people, especially myself, I don't like to intentionally um, add on to bad karma. So I always am careful with my words. I don't want to hurt somebody unwantedly. Even if some people are negative towards me, you know I just block it. I just distance from that. So that is something I thought I'll talk about today, so that even if you guys are struggling with negative people, don't lose hope. It's nothing wrong with you. It's just them, it's just the way they are. They don't have anything substantial to add to life. So stick with people who are uplifting, encouraging, and helps you in your life journey. So today I'm getting ready for work, so I will be in the same space with a few managers. I think about 13, 18 of them. I don't know how many at the moment, but yeah, few of them. And I feel so blessed and so thankful. See, these are the type of people you want to be surrounded with, because these are the people who have more than 20 years or so of experience in the same sector that I'm striving to improve myself on. So I have so much to learn and so much experience to gain and so much knowledge and wisdom to learn from these people and their guidance. And it's just an honor and blessing to be in the same space as them. So today, that's what I'm thankful for, my gratitude, my blessing. So all the negative people, they're useless when you compare. It's not. Look at the opportunities. When you look for opportunities, you will find them. When you look for problems, you will find them. So what are you looking for? Opportunities or problems? So usually, guys, I always put earrings on my upper ears, on the helix area. You can see the earring I got on my birthday, the stud. But today I actually thought I'll put earrings on my actual earlobe. So this is called the jimki or jimka, this design, this sort of a bucket, this sort of a design. So I'm going to wear my jimki camels. Okay, so today that's what I'm going to do for my meeting. And here you go, guys. So yeah, I worked on my birthday. As you guys know, I did put up video on that day when I was working. And after work, it was quiet time with the family. So that's what I was getting to tell you guys. Not everything has to be posted on social media, because not everybody watching has good intentions. And why do you want to show everything to people? Just show them what, if you have a purpose to specifically show them, that's what I do. And my social media is a space that I keep so that, in like, Facebook, after a few years, it says your memories. So I can see, oh my God, 5 years back or 2 years back on this day, this is what I was doing. So that's why this is also like a journaling for me, so few years down the track, or if I'm and I keep it as filled with good vibes as possible. I don't tolerate negativity. Like I said, on this space, it instantly gets banished forever. Then they are on my block list forever. So what happens is, when I look back, if I'm also a human being, so when I'm not feeling so good or emotionally, or if I need an upliftment, I look up to myself. And sometimes looking back at on my Facebook post at times where I was feeling better, where I posted something very uplifting, that helps me as well. So I do look back on my posts, and I hope that it helps people as well. That's why I make all these entertaining videos and things like that, because it's been helpful for me. And I always like to help myself the best I can, because you got to be there for yourself. You got to be there for yourself. And in terms of my birthday snippet, yes, I'm family oriented, and like I told you guys, spend time with my near and dear loved ones. My uncle called me from Dubai, my uncle and auntie and family. And and then one of my uncles in India, he is like my most, like, I respect him so much, because even with words, he has never hurt me. But whenever I've had problems in my life, he's always been so supportive. So sometimes when you have parents, it can get very controlling. And but he's like the better version. It's like your uncle is like, you can even consider them like, I can't say best friend, because he's my he's the older uncle, my father's older brother. So we can't say best friend, but with the respect is there. And I so much relate to him compared to my other uncles and aunts. So I wish he was my godparent, because I'm so like, I wish like he was the one, like, that I could have called him godpa. But God did not disappoint me there. If God is not giving you what is good, that means you're destined for greatness. That means you got to wait, and God is going to give you something great, not just good. So what happened is that when my son was born, this uncle of mine, his son, uh, I mean, his children, two of his children, are both his sons are my son Aryan's godparents. So now, when they're married, their wives become his godmothers. So it's a win-win. I got both his children as my son's godparents. So even if my uncle couldn't be my godfather, at least his kids ended up being my son's godparents. So that's where I thank God and ancestors for that spiritual connection. What is meant to be, what is destined to be, cannot be stopped by man, because man proposes and God disposes. But sometimes, destiny turns around and comes around. So that's very a good thing. And that happened. So this uncle of mine actually sent me a photo of my grandma. Her name was Annie. Is Annie, but she's no more. So my grandma's brother's photo with all of them together. So my grandma's brother is 98 years old. So like I was like, oh wow, this is such a like it's one of the best presents I could receive, like a gift on my birthday from my uncle. The journey of life, like 98 years old, and he still looks healthy and young as ever. I'm like, oh wow, 98. You wouldn't say, you would hardly say 60. And then what the thing is, like when you see your grandma's brother, when I see my grandma's brother, so Annie Mama's brother, what happens is your grandmother's picture comes in your mind. It's like when I see my uncle, if it's Colin uncle who wished me or Percy uncle, suddenly my father's face comes to my mind. You know what I mean? So that connection is there. We're all connected. So that that was a very special feeling. And knowing that he's 90, and I'm like, oh my god, what is he eating, what is he drinking, how is his lifestyle? I want to follow that. What is he doing to stay, for the I Cinderella means the strength of your lifespan. So I'm like, whoa. And here I'm like 34, and I'm thinking, oh my god, the years are going. But then you see somebody in their 98, and you're like, oh wow. Mm. So yeah, so guys, so it's very sentimental. These are like things that you can't just put it out there like that, just like that on social media, because it's all very sentimental, very like that family things, and that respectful, give respect, take respect sort of attitude. So those things are very important. And I understand, when you're coming from a very big family with a lot of people there, not everybody gels with you or syncs with you. You want to find, but few people are there who stick with you. They are your soul tribe. Because you don't want to be stuck with people who make your family sound so dysfunctional. You don't want that. They're toxic people. You keep away. Even if they are family, you distance. But when you find the right ones, it's just automatically just sticks and stays and gels. So that was very, that made me feel like, I don't know, it's like I feel like my ancestors are thinking about me. They're watching over me. They are, the divine is, I'm not in control. Like it's, the life is so big, life is in control, the divine is in control. The universe is in control. So what's stopping us from going after our opportunities? But that, in saying that, see, I don't have to, the reason why I don't share even those, like, I don't know, I don't even feel like sharing the photos and all on social media. I just keep it privately for myself, because that is so special to me. I don't want, like, because the people who are watching, like I said, evil eyes of things are there. Of course we backfire all the negativity back to the sender. We do all those spiritual stuff. But what I'm saying is, guys, you got to be very, after a certain age, you got to be very, if you want to advance in your life and be productive, you got to be very careful and selective in terms of the people you pick. In terms of the people you pick. And what I mean is that the good people go unnoticed. They just do their things. Nobody notices them. They just want to help others. But a very, like, today I was watching a video where a lady was saying, it was a Malayalam video, but she was saying very small percent of the population in the world are psychopaths. Psychopaths are people who, they don't feel anything, any guilt, any morals, anything, you can't change them. They're born that way. You can't change them. So if somebody is stuck in a relationship or something with them, it is a very, the whole life can be, it's a very difficult situation. You know what I mean? Because it's too much negativity. So that is just their karma. It's not like, we are not no one to judge anybody else. It's each one's karma and how they overcome it. So but the psychopaths are very small percentage of people. Then there are sociopaths. Sociopaths is where the society, they're not born that way, but the society kind of changed them to be that way. So again, few of the population in this universe consists of such people. They're minority. But then there are narcissistic people, and that lady in her video in Malayalam, she was saying the narcissist people are about 1 in 4. 1 in 4 people are narcissists in this world. So we have to be very careful in choosing and picking people when we are putting things on social media. You don't know what type of mindset is watching you, what type of demons those entities, those people have around them, that they are watching your videos, because very few people are having the genuine goodness, when they are. So we have to, but of course, if you're spiritual, God, nothing is greater than God, nothing is greater than love, and karma always backfires on the bad people. That's why we try to reduce our karma by not harming others, trying to just live our life and do our thing, and distancing ourselves from those negativities of others. We don't let it affect us, because there's no point of even trying to change the other person, because like this lady was saying in her video, it is not my circus, it is not my monkey. Get it? It is not. You don't need to participate in that circus. You don't. Okay? So, yeah, guys. So, that's the other thing. So, when so many people are like that, and then narcissists, and then there's other type of people who have these grandiose, you call them, they only want to talk about the show off of that, this, that. So and when you have friends, and if you have friends like this, first one friend calls too much negativity, you finish talking, your energy, you feel like and then the next friend calls you again on the phone. There's no time to waste on such things, guys. Just have at least only one friend or so who you trust, who is a good person. No need quality over quantity, no need of too many even. But don't keep negative people in your space. If you have a good partner you can rely on and trust, that is more than enough for you actually. So you don't need a big pompous show going around to show who and for what, while you're draining your own energy. Respect your energy, respect your space. Your body is like a temple, they say, it's a place of worship. Respect your spiritual side too, because your body is a shell, but whatever is making me communicate and say these things is that spiritual wisdom, or that divine wisdom, the things I'm exposed to in my life journey that I'm sharing with you guys. So be very careful of the energies you let into your space, into your environment. And so that's the thing. It's not about how, only if you have a lot of people. Some people, they don't need a lot of people. I don't need a lot of people around me all the time to show that I'm something great. No, because those type of people are people who are insecure inside, that they need outer validation. So try to avoid those things and reflect and learn who you are as a person, and try to build yourself. That's what I always do. I go inward to see who I am as a person, what I can do to help myself. If some people are coming in my life, are they able to help me grow as a person, or are they going to diminish my self-confidence, me as a person? Because it's not something wrong with me at all. It is the people, who you're surrounding with, that affects your thinking. So the minute somebody makes you think bad, down, or low about yourself, they are not your people. The minute somebody accepts you, like my uncle says, unconditionally, and loves you for who you are, they're your people. Keep away from the rest. Don't go hurt or harm others unwantedly and make bad karmas, and have other misfortunes coming to you by the divine. Don't do that, because in every story the good wins over evil. We have not heard a story where ultimately evil wins. No, it's not like that. So always try to build and work on yourself. I'm not saying that, see, even though I said that there are so many minority of psychopaths, sociopaths. See, I'm not a psychologist, but this lady has been reading all such books, and it is a fact, there is a good and bad, but even those people, even if others can't change them, it's an opportunity for them. Even though how hard it is, it's sometimes very hard to control the mind. Even people with a lot of positive good vibes feel negative. The only difference is they don't let the negativity take over. So once, a person, if they're filled with a lot of negativity, they do meditation, they go on a spiritual journey, they heal themselves, maybe they can, you know this thing themselves, help themselves. But others cannot help somebody who's not ready to be helped or changed. And that's not because the others have their own journey. We all coming here alone, we are not coming, so we all have our own journey to focus on, and that's what we have to focus on. And are the people we meet in our life helping us or hindering us from our growth, our personal and spiritual growth? So that's the important thing. So guys, so that's what I wanted to share about. So that's why it's not necessary to share everything that's happening in our lives with everybody, especially those who we don't know, those on social media. It's not necessary. Just that's why I just come share just a content and then I go. I'm just a content maker. This is not a place for my life sharing. You know what I mean? That's a different person. So that is shared only by a small number of people who, who are in my inner circle, who I have personally picked, that I feel spiritually will help me grow as a person. And not everybody might stay lifelong. Some people are destined to stay there with you for a life, some people for a season. But the main thing is to ensure that they are there in your life for the right reasons from the divine. You know what I mean? Even like, with career too. Now I'm happy with my current, the way the career path is going, but for that I had to say no to a lot of wrong ones, because if you stick with the wrong one, you'll continue suffering. And it's not to say that the wrong ones won't come. The lot more than the right ones, the lot of wrong ones that will come in life. But sometimes you knock at that door, it's not working. You knock, 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 it's not opening. Why? Because it's the wrong one. Only the right one, that door will open, and you will be like, oh, now it makes sense why the others didn't work out. So divine is in control. Don't worry. Just wait for the right one. Have the strength and bravery to say no to the wrong one, whether it's the wrong job, whether it's the wrong people in your life, whether it's anything that feels not right with your, energetic spiritual vibration. That's all I got to say. So yeah, and sometimes to find the right one, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. Don't give up hope. Until then, build on yourself each day. Take one day slowly at a time. So this is all I have to tell you guys, and also to myself, looking in future, if I look at this video, at least there's some content there of wisdom and motivation to keep going. Okay, so guys, I'm going to start work. I have to have something to drink or eat before, at least something light, because yesterday too, after work, my childhood friend Walton, I was talking to him, and he suddenly asked me, in the afternoon time is a busy time, and then he's like, did you eat something? And I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't even think of it. But from the time he asked me that, I'm like, oh my god, now I'm hungry now. Because it's like, it's so busy. That's the thing. It's good to keep busy and occupied, because when you're productive, then you don't waste your time thinking unwanted things, because an idle mind is a devil's workshop. But don't neglect, the basic things like food and things too on time. So yeah, so yesterday I cooked some nice little, chicken curry with a little bit of Indian bread, and had that chicken with vegetables and things like that, because I asked my son if he wants chicken or fish, because when you have kids in the house, before you cook something, you have to ask them, because kids are the most picky eaters. At least adults, we don't mind, we eat anything, but with kids You can't keep cooking too many things, and you don't want to force, the kid to eat something that they don't like. Sometimes I'm like, just this is it, eat this. But sometimes when I'm in the mood, I like to give options, and the option usually is, it's better when you have kids to give them the option instead of the adults, because kids are more pickier when it comes to their eating taste. But luckily my son is not that bad, because I have, since he was a baby, accustomed him to, like, try to eat everything. Even like, I don't try to, what is it called, emphasize or focus on, some children is like, oh, veggies, he said no, 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 no. I don't let his mindset go that extreme, like, no, no, I just try everything, try it, veggies are good for you, eat it. Okay, maybe it's not that tasting as, as maybe ice cream or something, but ice cream is having all these sugar, it's a little bit junk, it's not, this is more healthier, so do it for your health. So like that, like that, like that, so my son is now not a very picky eater like that, like how I used to be when I was young, because my grandma, and that time she's, this animama. I have two grandmothers, right? The maternal and the paternal ones. So the maternal one is the one I always used to talk about, because she loved me so unconditionally. Paternal grandmother, I never used to talk so much, but this year I feel more her vibes are coming through. So yeah, and mama, she always used to make this red color rice, and it's like a very hard grain of rice. And even when I was small, I was like, oh my god, rice again, rice again, rice again. And I used to just eat bread, so it was like that extremities. Veggies, I didn't like veggies, but I liked fish. I love the fish head. So I don't want my son to go extreme like me, where just because I didn't like something that was classified as healthy, such as vegetables, I just kept it away until, I crossed my 30s. And then I was like, okay, now my, things are changing. I need to start having a bit more vegetables and a variety. So I don't want my son to reach so late before he has that realization. So I just try to expose him to the good things, earlier itself. And yeah, and then I'm like, see, it's not that bad, okay, have this veggie, okay, and then I put some masala. I'm like, see, we are Indians, you got to eat the spices, you got to. So my son, like that, he does not make a fuss about spices or anything too much. Sometimes he even, certain foods like chicken lollipop and all, he likes it spicy. He's like, mama, this spice is good. And I'm like, oh wow, I'm so satisfied as a parent, when you hear that, it's so satisfying. That, so like that, I don't make him too picky. So that's good. So just cooking was done, and then yeah, just went about my day. Today is when I felt more fresh, more, little bit more time before my work starts, to talk to you guys. It should start any minute now, so I might not even have time to, get grab some proper food, but I'll just drink some tea or something quickly, and then I'll go. But yeah, so today is the time I got some time to talk to you guys after all the family things and all that, the sentimental nostalgias and my birthday vibes. And then today I thought this is the video I'll share with you guys, just to give you a little tiny, 9% out of 100% glimpse of how the day was. But it was thank you so much, guys, for your good wishes and things. It was amazing. Yes, it was a happy day. I'm so glad it went the way it did. I would not have it any other way. Living in a materialistic world and living a spiritual life is a blessing, because it's good to have the discernment of what is from the divine and what is not, and choose what is meant to be, and be able to say no to the rest, and have the courage and guts to say no to what doesn't serve our higher purpose. And in that note, let me go and continue with my day, and God willing, I'll see you guys soon. Take care, love you all. And like I said, it is not your job to love me, it is mine. So even in your lives, don't worry about the negative people. Good and bad is there in the world. Learn to pick and choose, and distance yourself from the bad, and get closer to what is good and serving you in every level, and your higher purpose. And that is in line with your destiny, fulfillment of your destiny, and your higher good self, goodness, and brings in the abundance opportunity in your life. So choose the good, discard the bad, and they're both in this world. You know, my son was saying the other day, I wish there was only good things. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Everybody is going through the same journey. So give respect, take respect, and remember, love conquers all, nothing else, nothing else. Okay, so let's focus on unity than destruction. And if there is destructive vibes, keep away. Unity, love, peace. Heal the world, make it a better place for all of us. That's the ultimate intention. It's but the good and bad should always is going to always be in a balance. It's not, you know, at the moment, it's that's the way it is. So don't give up hope. Believe in yourself and help yourself every day. Give importance to yourself because you exist, you matter. Okay, love you all. Bye bye.